welcome back to another triangle strategy. So last episode we pretty much jump started the chapter. All three of our buddies, Benedict, Roland, and Frederica have their own paths in mind, so we're gonna decide through the conviction. I did trial run before I stopped, which I will be locked in morality, so I had to grind utility. So we can get all of the 4 recruitables in chapter 15 in a matter of 4 laps. So although I wanted to go for one of the liberty, which would be locked for Trish in this walkthrough if I have enough liberty or if I manage to pick that route, but I'm gonna have to go utility, which I initially was saving for Roland, because you know, utility, Roland, duh. But yeah, it's easier to grind utility, so I'll go Cordelia route this walkthrough. But while we exhausted the character stories last episode, we have more after grinding utility and liberty in the process. So let's go over these characters. I might not be using them for this chapter because they're weak, and my grinding the others make them really strong right now.
The sun's a harsh mistress, ain't she? If she sticks around much longer, my fields are apt to wither from the attention. I'd give my firstborn for a drop of rain.
Aye. And it ain't just the crops what are worse for wear. I'd cry over our lot, but naught but dust would pour from my eyes.
How pitiless, the caprices of nature. What grudge do the heavens bear to make the poor souls who tend the land suffer so? I would be remiss to let such suffering continue. If fate will show you no mercy, then I shall. You begged for even a single drop of rain. I shall give you more. Behold as I flood this desiccated land with nourishment.
Huh? What's that the lady said? I believe she means to pull rain from a cloudless sky.
Ha! I'd have more luck getting milk from a bull.
So yeah, I guess that's Ezana's unique skill or unique role in the team, is to pull the weather in.
You must tell me if you do. We're in sore need of a miracle.
A pleasure as always to see you, my lord. You've come just in time. This lass is about to put on a show.
I am called Ezana. Allow me to banish the sun's cruel rays from your domain, that your people may see a measure of succor.
Banish the sun? I wasn't aware it was in the habit of taking orders.
And so it rained.
Slap my ass like I was just born. Rain! Honest to goodness, rain!
How did... I've never witnessed a miracle like this.
Ezana, was it? On behalf of my people, allow me to express to you my deepest gratitude.
There is no need for such formalities. I seek only to alleviate the suffering of the downtrodden in any way I can. If it is not too bold of me to ask, do you have need of a humble shaman within your ranks? Tales of House Wolffort's magnanimity have reached even my remote village. It would be an honor to serve you, my lord.
We would welcome you with open arms, and the honor would be entirely ours. Doubtless, we will have occasion to call upon your talents sooner rather than later.
So besides calling weather, she's capable of wind and lightning magic. So another mage. That's 3 of now. The 4th one we missed early chapter 4, which we would get next run. We're gonna get this guy, Archibald.
Got you right in my sights.
See Hawkeye. Or Eagle Eye.
There are too many of them, Minister Archibald.
And flee we must. I'll hold him here, but you lot, retreat!
He's a minister? Was he a saintly seven?
Minister Archibald!
No, this cannot be how it ends. Lungs yet draw breath, my heart yet beats. This place shall not be my grave. So the cycle of war and chaos begins anew. And once again, I must take up my bow.
A little bit too late of a game in the game, Gramps. You've been sitting in my encampment for the whole war, and it's almost done.
Watching you fight from afar, and I like what I see. Almost reminds me of myself in my younger days.
You flatter me.
Still, I doubt you'll emerge victorious. Without me on your side, that is. The name's Archibald. Allow me into your ranks, and you'll see. I can match men half my age, shot for shot.
I couldn't ask one so elderly to risk his life in battle.
This graybeard survived the Salt Iron War with naught but the bow in his back, I'll have you know. And my aim is just as sharp now as it was then. I haven't many years left, lad, and I'd like to spend them fighting for a just cause.
If that is what you wish, then I shall not refuse. We welcome your bow.
Oh, so he is the sniper. Now we got one more, so we're getting 3 before we start.
Hey, what's a child like you doing in such a lonely place?
I have nowhere else to go.
Where are your parents?
They died years ago.
My lord.
My name is Serenoa. What's yours?
Piccoletta.
Piccoletta? You throw that ball with such skill.
It's like Piccolo.
Because it's my job. When I throw this ball, everyone applauds. Well, they used to. But the circus is gone now, so I'm all on my own. What are you doing here, mister?
We are trying to put an end to this war.
I hate war. War made everyone go away. You're really gonna end the war? Then let me go with you. I can throw my ball and help you fight the bad people. Oops. There goes my tummy grumbling again.
My lord, we cannot simply leave this poor child here.
I know. All right then, Piccoletta. Come with us. But before we go fight the bad people, let us fill our bellies. After that, perhaps you could show us some tricks with your bowl.
Sure thing. That's what I'm best at.
So she's the trickster. Offensive items. So it's like an the offensive version of Medina. Plus she can summon illusions, buying time. Equivalent to traps if not better. Alright, let's give them a look. Like I said, I probably won't use them because they're not upgraded. I just want to check what they have. Ignoring defense. So this guy's a glass cannon. The further. All enemies within range. He's literally the better version of Rudolph. Tempest or Rain. And Piccoletta. Clone Bomb. Anyways.
Ah, that's the good stuff. Ain't no one can pour a pint like you.
I take coin for drink, not compliments. It's hard enough to keep this place running on my own as it is.
Need me to lend a hand?
Thought you'd never ask. You can start by washing the dishes, then restocking our foodstuffs, fixing up that wobbly table, and...
Aye, leave it to me.
Ha! I'm only playing. I'd never put a paying customer to labor.
But that's an awful lot of work for any one person. Ever give thought to finding someone with whom you might share the burden?
Okay, he's suggesting something.
You can stop right there. The last thing I need is anyone else complicating my life.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I had myself a someone once, you know? Special like. Till he left me for a specialer someone. Raised my son Theo all by myself after that. He'd be a man grown now, if the war hadn't taken him.
Forgive me, Hossabara. Didn't mean to go drudging up painful memories.
No need for apologies. I don't know anyone who doesn't have a thing or two in their past that haunts them. In truth, I'm more exhausted than anything. Must be the years taking their toll.
Ain't got nothing to do with age, and everything to do with the hardships you've overcome. More impressive than an old soldier drowning his sorrows in mead.
What kind of barkeep am I, letting my poor patron wallow?
Sometimes wallowing's good for the soul. Come on, have a round with me. My treat.
Took you long enough to make the offer. Now, what shall we toast to?
How about to your son?
Aye, to Theo.
We got one more from Hossabara.
Go on, have another glass. I'm offering top shelf drink for bottom shelf prices tonight. No need to fret over your coin purses.
See? This is why we keep coming back. Nobody treats us better than our Hossabara.
Quite the crowd tonight, eh? Good to see it.
All thanks to you for supplying me with that mead.
Thanks to my good fortune, you mean. I got it for so cheap on account of the batch not measuring quite up to the brewer's usual standards.
Still, look at how happy it's made them. There's nothing I love more than seeing my tavern full to bursting like this. Thank you, Eridor. Truly.
It's nothing, honest.
Ah, and just like that, they've nearly drank me dry. Might have to close up early tonight.
Celebrating something, Hossabara. Whatever it is, we'll drink to that. Pour us around.
I wish I could. Seems the barrels have run dry tonight. But if you'll come back on the morrow...
Run dry? You've enough for these drunkards? You can't spare a drop for those of us who are risking our lives for you on the battlefield? Ah!
She's fighting too, for the record, and with the other heroes, the one who's fighting the good fight.
Hey! Who are you calling a drunkard?
Don't you fools go spoiling the one spot of happiness we've had in a long while.
Enough! My tavern's a place for forgetting troubles, not stirring them up. You do well not to look down your noses at the very people you've sworn an oath to protect. You want respect? Go out there and earn it by ending the war. Then there'll be drink aplenty to go around.
You tell them, Hossabara. They're no better than us.
You lot aren't blameless either, you know. These soldiers do put their lives on the line to protect yours. They get enough grief on the battlefield without you giving it to them off it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. No, I shouldn't have let my temper flare.
Look, there's still some drink left here. How's about you raise a glass together?
Yeah. You can have some of ours, too. Well, don't mind if I do.
Level head you've got on your shoulders there, Hossabara.
It helped that you pitched in when you did.
Ah, now that hits the spot. Doesn't it? Here, I'll pour you another.
See? Now this is what I live for. Giving people a place they can come together and leave the worries of the world behind for a while. Somehow, I know this is what Theo would have wanted me to do. If only I could raise a glass with him.
Aye, I reckon he'd be proud. You've made a spot of sunshine for people that don't get much of it these days. People like me.
They're trying to be edgy.
What with business booming again, it looks like I'm going to have my hands full for a while. Don't you worry for your mama, Theo. As long as there's ale to be poured and smiles on her customers' faces, she'll be just fine.
Got one last.
Hail and well met, my good fellow. Lionel greets you most heartily.
Ah, Clara spoke of you. Lionel, you say?
The very same, and in a position of privilege for which he is most grateful. A privilege that he would be most happy to share with the Consortium, that it might prove to our mutual benefit.
Oh, a fellow man with an eye for profit, I see. What privilege have you brought me today?
A worldly fellow such as yourself has doubtless heard rumors of Hyzant's clandestine research projects, yes?
Indeed I have. Developing weapons of devastating power. unlocking the secrets of eternal life.
What if Lionel were to tell you that Hyzant has in fact created an elixir that offers everlasting youth?
I would be intrigued, and then I'd ask you how you could possibly know such a thing.
It's a simple matter of logic. Think. Why would Hyzant hide the existence of so wondrous a panacea?
I suppose they'd want to keep such power to them and theirs.
Just so. The only thing kings and nobles covet more than salt is life itself. My lord is no exception.
What are you saying? That those you serve have procured this miracle drug?
Lionel has found himself welcome within nobility's most inner circles, he is proud to say, and privy to their secret conversations. He also finds himself in possession of a certain medicine, a medicine he would be happy to part with a share of, for the right price.
A price I'd be more than willing to pay for such an incredible elixir. Do tell me, what exactly does it do?
So that's how he pitches in.
What doesn't it do? Its imbiber is blessed with unyielding vigor, unflagging stamina, and unmitigated vitality. Demand has proven so overwhelming that Lionel cannot hope to deliver the goods all on his own. He would be willing to share his profits with the right partner, however.
If you've won the noble's trust, then I see no reason to hesitate in helping you take some of their coin. Very well. Let me see the goods.
That makes 10, who put their lust for coin before their capacity for reason. This is almost too easy. With a few rumors and a respected name at his disposal, Lionel could sell these gullible fools their own shoes, so... They're welcome to help themselves to this purgative. And if one or two of them is remarkably long-lived, then all the better for Lionel.
Isn't that Anna on top?
And are you content to make your fortune on the backs of fools?
Yeah, you? How long have you been there?
Since the morning, on Benedict's orders.
Your overseer is too kind. However, you may return and inform him that Lionel needs no protection.
Nothing gets by Benedict, though. He saw that coming.
His work to bring fortune to House Wolffort requires the utmost concentration, and the presence of others can prove an unnecessary distraction.
Alright, I think that's it for the character stories, and main story we go.
Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolffort. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
It's like Simon or Simone had a dream about the war, and now he wakes up, it's all over.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Which is why they have asked us for aid.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
What is it?
I suspect Patriatte and his Royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least. And I would ask for Wolffort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us. 1. Return to Castle Wolffort as my Lord Father requests. 2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the Royalists.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolffort has done. But I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events.
Not necessarily. Technically, we can do all at the same, or without having to split our forces and doing all this deciding.
I would go to Castle Wolffort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolffort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolffort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
Very well.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters. Separately.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
Shouldn't be that hard of a decision, to a point where they have to bring the scales. I cannot help but feel restless. We reclaimed the Crown City and have already begun restoration efforts. There should be no question as to what needs to be done here. And yet something has me unsettled. Let's get the treasures first. Should be 3 in this mansion. I must admit, I am deeply fascinated by you, Lord Serenoa. A lord-turned saint who won back his kingdom from Aesfrosti clutches and saw the prince back to his throne. I can only wonder how your people will welcome such a hero home. Pray allow me to accompany you, my lord. If I go to Wolffort, I suppose Milo will be coming with me. I can only wonder how your people will welcome such a hero home. Pray allow me to accompany you, my lord. Get all the treasures. should be something over here. I know why it's not popping. Or maybe behind this wall. Not really. Oh, it is actually behind the wall. Interesting. Should purge the Royalists. A father and daughter. That sounds like Travis and Trish. But what could they be after? Alright, we're going full-blown utility. I would think stores of salt nearly depleted after the trade stop. So the duchy has salt to spare. I suppose that really means they were preparing for war for some time. Alright, that's should be 100 utility points. I should have suspected as much. There's no way Gustadolf would tell anything to those he couldn't trust. I see. Thank you for your help. Alright. Drop by Encampment quick. Read some stuff that we can buy. Damn, mountain wind is enough to brew snow, and the opposite in the desert wind. Alright. Time to convince some people. So 2 undecided, and we should convince Gila to utility. As the steward of House Wolffort, it is my duty to let Lord Simon know what happened while he was ill. Okay, we can convince him, obviously.
Lord Serenoa.
We finally managed to rout the Aesfrosti forces from the capital, but it seems our busy days are not over yet. Now we must decide which issue requires our attention most. Should be able to convince Anna. You would have us investigate the Royalists, my lord? I believe... this one is the better option.
Indeed.
You mean to say we should fulfill our duty to the people? I think it is a fine resolve, my lord. The people undoubtedly understand the bond that you and King Roland share. As the last remaining high house, I think it reasonable we stay in the Crown City, and yet... I appreciate you sharing your thoughts with me, my lord. I need a moment more to make up my own mind. The Crown City's finally back in Glenbrook's hands, but her work's far from over.
Listen, lad.
Where do you think we should go from here, lad? You think we should stay here and help out King Roland, eh? Any reason why?
You're onto something.
I hear you. We won the battle, but not the war. If we take too long to get back on our feet, there's no telling who will come strike us down next. Which means we have to give both the Crown City and the Royalists our full attention here and now.
I feel this in my gut.
I think it a fine reason to want to stay. Give me a little more time to think on it. Let's give that to him. I will remain here in the capital, but you needn't worry about me. You must decide where you need to be, friend. We may have freed the capital from Aesfrost's clutches, but there is still so much work to be done. As a member of the King's Guard, I wish to stay here and help unify the Crown City. Don't have to touch her. If the rumors of bandits are true, then Jerome and the others might be in danger. I must go to the village and see how my people are faring. I really wish we could recruit Jerome. I know we can't. It's just NPC.
Yes?
Things are slowly settling down in the capital. Right now would be the perfect time to pay the Rosellan village a visit. The rumors of bandits are clearly troubling her. Perhaps you could help her put her mind at ease. Should be able to convince her. You would like to help His Majesty investigate the Royalists, I see. Is the issue such a pressing one?
Uh-huh.
I suppose the people aren't exactly welcoming him back with open arms after all that's happened. And now the Royalists may even be adding oil to the fire. Indeed, it might be unwise to leave His Majesty alone. You are a good friend, Lord Serenoa.
I don't know what to do.
Alas, it seems the Crown City is also in dire need of our attention. Each path is deserving of our attention, but there are only so many of us. We must choose wisely. Should get utility now. Don't get me choking.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolffort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
First 3 is the votes we can't change. Come on now, Gila.
You aren't wrong, but
I understand how you feel, but I simply could not let Frederica go on her own. I guess we didn't convince her. Anna?
You have my vote.
Nice. After much deliberation, I have decided to let your convictions lead us. I think that's all we need. I don't even care about Eredor. I think we convinced Anna.
Just can't see it your way.
Yeah. Sorry, lad, but I think we ought to resolve issue here first before going elsewhere. It's okay. We got Anna. That's all we need. And barely too.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Nice. It's getting really clutchy without the grinding, because it's unanimous morality. Since I got decimal, I have about 1500, 1600. So it's good that I was able to grind almost half of that. Like maybe I would say I'm at like 600 utility.
The way forward is decided. We remain in the capital with Roland and investigate the truth behind the Royalist plot.
And that's that. Still didn't get locked to morality, which is nice. We want to, like I said, we want to save it to Goldenrod.
King Roland investigate the Royalists.
I'm in your debt, my friend. Having you by my side is a tremendous boon.
Then I shall venture to the Wolffort domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And I shall see to the Rosellan village. I shan't be gone long, worry not.
Then this is farewell for now. Frederica, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
Alright, we didn't lose much with Benedict, but I've been buffing up Frederica, so that's gonna suck. Anyways,